Hey everybody, it's your girl, the Blue Empress. How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing swell, because I know I am. So, I don't know if you all know, but I am going to be back in school next week. Well, sorry, not next week. This week on Tuesday. I will still go ahead and still be doing my videos and posting them on Sundays. So, not to worry. Got this in the bag, whatnot. Actually, before we get into my video, I just want to let you know y'all better say goodbye to these braids because I will be taking them out officially because I have another style in mind that I want to go ahead and do. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm more so when I'm into trying something new with my hair. I normally just envision it. I go out and get the items and products that I need to make it come true. And if it turns out the way I like it, I will be posting it on my Instagram. So that's when you guys will see it. But I don't like to reveal what I'm going to do to it. I'd rather just keep it a surprise because, knowing you all, you know how I am when it comes to my hair and my nails, as you clearly can see. So, yeah. But enough about me. Let's go ahead to the discussion of this video. Actually, I never thought that I would even talk about this subject that I'm going to talk about today in this video. I told myself that I would not even discuss this anymore because I'm over it, so to speak. And please bear with me on this one. Oh, and just to put a disclaimer, just to say this, the subject matter that we are going to talk about, it is my opinion, my thoughts. You don't like what I have to say about what we're going to talk about, y'all can go kick rocks because I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell you on my Instagram. It's my page, it's my opinion. I'm going to tell you the same thing when it comes to my YouTube channel. It is my opinion, my thoughts. I do whatever I want. You don't like it, I don't care. I was not put on this earth to impress everybody. I'm here serving a purpose from God. There you go. Anyway, got that out the way. Let's go ahead and have a nice little discussion about something that I really don't want to get into, but I couldn't find out what else to talk about this for this episode, so I did. For those of you who don't know who R. Kelly is, I don't know how the fuck you can't know who R. Kelly is. Motherfucker been around for years. Shit. But, of course, R. Kelly, a.k.a. Pied Piper of R&B, a.k.a. Kels, a.k.a. alleged rapist, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that guy in particular. You know, the one that South Park made fun of, the one Boondocks made fun of. I mean, the list goes on, whatever. But that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. Now, to those of you who don't know, they came out with a documentary series called Surviving R. Kelly, which debuted on Lifetime January the 3rd. Now, I know I am a month late talking about this. I am sorry. And the reason being because ever since this documentary came out, oh my gosh, the many fucking comments and complaints and opinions that came when this aired was ridiculous. I'm telling you, it was wow. Okay? It was just wow. So I told myself that I was gonna, just go ahead and watch it. I really want to know what the fuck, really. As we all know, this man has been accused of having a sex cult. Yeah, he's been accused of having a sex cult. Okay, you know the deal with that. We all know this man had married Aaliyah. Okay, we know that one. And he has also been accused of having sex and urinating on a 14-year-old, which he was found not guilty. He was, acquitted from all those charges and whatnot, and he continued on. And now we have these women telling these stories on how they met R. Kelly, how everything was fine. And then as he convinced them to move in with him, he got them performing, sexual acts with not just with him, but with other women. And he's trained them to be his little sex puppets and pets, whatever the hell you want to call it. So apparently this has been going on for, quite some time, but it just seemed like it was getting worse and worse and worse over the years. Are people surprised when it comes to this? No. Um, it's crazy to say the least. So the first episode of the Surviving R. Kelly documentary, it starts by pretty much the origin story of R. Kelly, how this all began. You all know that R. Kelly was born, in Chicago, south side of Chicago. Of course, my man it was born on the south side of Chicago. So, of course, any name of a place or street or whatever, my husband, automatically knew, where that was located at. So it was kind of like quite interesting, for me and him to watch this, whatever. So, he grew up on south side of Chicago, whatever, and he was very talented. He liked to sing, really didn't go outside as much, but pretty much just hibernated in the house a lot. The sad thing that really caught me was that he was sexually abused as a young child by an older woman. To the woman that did that to him, may you rot in hell, because that was just fucked up what you did to him. That's just fucked up. No child should ever be molested like that at all, period, especially at a young age. All children are innocent and they need to grow, a very healthy, protective, safe way, not have their innocence, taken away from them by some perv who can't control their motherfucking self. And also he has, I think it was two brothers. And one of them, I recall saying that the same thing happened to him as well. So whoever did that to him, may you rot in hell as well, because that was fucked up as well. So at an early age, he was exploited to, sex. I would never wish anything bad on anyone, not even my worst enemy. But the fact hearing about him, it does sucks. But it does not excuse you for your behavior as of today. So, of course, he is a musical genius. He's, on his way up to the top, whatever. Then along his journey, whatever, he meets Aaliyah. God rest her soul, Aaliyah. Still one in a million. Meets her, basically like, I guess she was like his protege. That's just my opinion on the matter. Eventually they, fell in love, whatnot, and, tried to hide the fact that the two of them were even involved with each other, which I didn't understand back at the time when this was all going down. It's like, okay, well, if you two are, like each other, just, whatever. But remember, I was young. I didn't understand the whole publicity and the whole image thing and whatnot. So, excuse me. But, eventually down the road, they got married. Parents found out about it. Wasn't too thrilled. Got it annulled. So that ended their whole relationship. Go figure. Aaliyah wound up moving on with her life, and R. Kelly's wound up moving on with his life. And down the road, he eventually meets Drea, who is a professional dancer. I guess the two of them met on tour or something. She was one of his backup dancers or whatnot. And those two wound up getting married. Now, mind you, I did not know that R. Kelly got married to this woman. And let me tell you why. Well, I did not know he was married. Let alone, I didn't even know he had kids. I'm dead ass, people. Blue Empress ain't gonna lie to you. Had no clue. None whatsoever. So, how I found out that he was married with kids was on a show called Hollywood Exes. And it was a long time ago when this show came out, but I remember it fondly. There was only like 3 women on there that I recall, and that was Nicole Murphy, who was married to Eddie Murphy. I forgot the other girl's name, but I know she used to be married to Will Smith. And then Audrey Kelly was on there saying that, I'm the ex-wife of R. Kelly. I'm like, the ex-wife of R. Kelly? I was like, when did he get married? The only person I remember he married was Aaliyah. Where did you come from? And, then she said that the two of them had 3 children. I'm like, he had kids? I'm like, I I am very late to the party. I did not know that. So I watched a couple of episodes, that, give or take. And she was, I don't recall her saying anything negative about this guy. I don't. She said they had, inconsiderable differences, whatever, and things didn't work out. But, she was still, promoting this guy and, supporting him and whatever he did, still calling him a musical genius, still got love for him, all that. I don't recall her saying anything negative about this guy. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I, stopped watching it for whatever reason. Maybe another show caught my attention and this just wasn't one of them. Like I said, I saw a couple episodes, give or take. So back to documentary. So episodes are, going, whatever. And they have entered some people into this documentary. You have a music teacher that knew R. Kelly very well. She was very fond of him. Who else did we have here? We had a couple of professional psychologists or whatever in there, I guess, to explain like the whole mindset of, the brain of a, teenage boy and all, everything else down the road. You had John Legend in the documentary. You had his brothers in it. Sparkle, haven't seen her in God knows, how long. She was on there. That was kind of a shocker. And then we had the women that R. Kelly, how do I put this, ruin their lives, change their life around from turmoil and whatnot. So, and then of course we had some of the parents of the women that R. Kelly has, what they say he did, held them hostage. Now, this is the part right here I really don't want to talk about, but damn it, I'm going to have no choice in the matter. So, after watching this documentary, I was sick on the stomach, when I was hearing what was being explained to me, what this food and did to them. And I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, like, what the fuck? Really? Why? Just why? He likes them young. Real fucking young. I have 4 children. 3 girls and 1 boy. My son is the second child. My oldest daughter is 14 years old, going on 15 this year. My other daughter is 10, and the other one is 5. So, of course, watching this, I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, like my daughter is 14 years old. I would never take her to an R. Kelly concert. Because come to find out, Kel's got, somebody snooping out, being a lookout for the girls and whatever. And he's telling his, crew to be like, I like that girl. Go tell her I want to see her, bring her backstage, da-da-da. It's like, he's a lion stalking prey. That's all I can say. There's no punchline to that. He's a lion stalking prey. Except he's using his fucking minions to do the praying for him. But he likes them young, like teenage young. Like when he dropped out of high school, he was still hanging out at the high school and at McDonald's. Hanging out where the teenagers go. Whether it's still after school, whether it's at a mall, fast food joint, wherever the hell you find teenagers these days, that's where the hell his ass was at. Hunting ground for the lion to stalk his prey is what that was. Pied Piper of R&B, because he lures the youngings to him. That's what the Pied Piper was, played the little flute, lured children into the woods. He's the guy that lures the young ones to his lair, his dungeon, whatever the hell he wants to call it, which is ridiculous. God, jeez. He's like the Black Christian Grey of 50 Shades of Black. How about that? But the stories that the women were telling I was just like nauseous, to say the least. Now, a lot of people think that these women are full of shit. Just full of shit. For the simple fact, it's like, okay, you knew who he was, you knew his reputation, but yet you still associated yourself with this man knowing his reputation. So you allowed him to just come into your life, control you, starve you to death, have you participate in sexual activities that you did not want to partake in, and yet you stayed with him for this many years until you finally said, okay, you know what? I'm done, gotta go. And now all of a sudden you come down the road to this documentary and tell the story. What are you hoping to gain from this? What are you hoping that's going to happen by telling your story? That's what I'm hearing people say. People are sitting over here talking about these women are just trying to ridicule this man. You know, they're trying to bring him down. They don't want to see a black man succeed, all this mess. I'm like, can we stop with the whole we don't want to see a black man succeed shit, please? This man has been successful since the day he opened up his mouth and notes and song and harmony came out of his mouth. Okay? He's been successful. So I do not want to hear about that. The man is using his fame and fortune to do whatever the hell he wants to do when it comes to a woman. That is what it is. The reason I'm not being too hard on these women is for the simple fact that I myself have been raped. Okay. I have been raped by someone that I knew, and I didn't say anything because I was scared that no one would believe me. And I thought that if I did say something, this person would try to take me out. You know, I've been molested too by a relative's boyfriend. And again, I did not say anything because I feared that no one wouldn't believe me. So I kept it to myself until one day I did say something. And as a result, I got slapped. So I can understand what these women feel like, what they're going through as far as with the emotion, as far as being afraid to say something, being accused of being a liar and trying to gain fame and whatnot, just trying to bring somebody down or whatever. I understand how they feel, but at the same time, I admire that they came out and said something, and it's not building up inside of them. Like they're telling their story, they're releasing, you know, their fear and, you know, emotion out there so they can move on with their life. So this doesn't hold them back in being successful in their life. They don't want to allow this man to sit over here and keep them down. They want to just get rid of everything. They want to tell their story and move on with their life. I can understand that. Now, there's one woman in particular that I'm kind of having my you know, ups and downs with. Andrea Kelly. And let me tell you why I'm having my ups and downs with her. Now, as I told y'all earlier, when she was on Hollywood Exes, she did not say one negative thing about R. Kelly. Nothing at all. None that I remember. If you all have a clip or of anything on her, on that show, Hollywood Exes, please send me a link so I can watch. I don't care where you find it. Just send it to me and I will watch it. But correct me if I'm wrong. But I just don't recall her saying anything negative about this man. If I recall correctly, she promoted this man. She was promoting people to go get his CDs, go to his concerts, all that. She was promoting this man like it ain't no tomorrow. Now, on the documentary, she said that he used to put his hands on her. He starved her. He wasn't really a father to their children. I mean, he was just, he strangled her, tied her up, you know, just a lot of stuff. And I was like, well, I don't recall you saying this at all. If on the contrary, you promoted him. You never said anything negative about this guy. until now. Now, I don't know if this is, like I said earlier, she was too afraid to say something or whatever because how people would, respond to her or whatever. That can, be one. But there's a lot of people that's not really believing in her right now. Because like I said, there's been, videos on social media that shows that she was not ridiculing him. She was promoting him, and I think she said there were some people, coming at her talking about well, what do you think of what your ex is doing when it comes to these women? And there was a video that she said, I don't know why you guys are telling me this. I don't give a fuck. It's his life. Whatever goes on in his life, that's none of my damn business. Leave me out of it. So now all of a sudden, you're part of the Me Too movement. You're going on shows. You're telling people with a listening ear what this man did to you. But yet you got other people that are looking like, why is she saying this now? I mean, you were promoting this man. You were promoting his fans to go to his concerts and buy his CD so you can get paid to keep your lights on, so can pay the bills. So again, I have my suspicions with her. I don't know this woman from a hole in the wall. But just thinking of everything that I remember her, it just kind of sets off alarm bells. And I could be wrong. I could be right. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know this woman personally. I just don't. I don't know what she went through. I don't know what she's going through now. Their 3 children right now are in the public eye because of what their daddy is doing right now. But a lot of people saying like, okay, well, now that this documentary came out, what are they hoping is going to happen? Well, they're hoping that they're going to investigate. Get these girls home to their parents because, there's still girls in his home that he still have. One girl I recall, Jocelyn Savage, because I remember the Savage family, their daughter is still with this man and she's claiming that he's not holding her against her will. She wants to be with him and whatnot. Her family thinks that she's being brainwashed. I was like, if she want to be with him, that's her decision. That's her life. If she wants to be with him, okay, fine. There's really nothing you can do considering she's a grown woman. I mean, and that's another thing too. I can't just blame R. Kelly. I gotta blame the parents. You knew who this fool was. You knew his reputation. And yet, you still introduced your daughters to this fool. Because you all figured that he can, make your child famous. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I'm concerned, you can make your own damn self famous these days. You got Instagram, you got Facebook, you got Twitter. I mean, I could probably go out there right now and do something crazy and probably get some type of fame off of that, off my Instagram or whatever social media account that I have. I don't need a celebrity to make me famous. That's just my thought process on the matter. I mean, hell. But the parents, I'm sorry, I gotta say that you are at fault too. Not all, but you are somewhat at fault. I mean, and this is just me. If R. Kelly had my daughter in the house with him, I'm not going on no TV. I'm going to locate where the fuck he lives. I'm going to have my face all greased up with Vaseline. I'm going to have my hair pulled back in a fucking ponytail with my jumpsuit on. And I'm going to have a bazooka or a sledgehammer or a machete for all I care. And I'm going to bust up in his doggone house and I'm going to get my child. There is nothing or no one in this world that is going to prevent me from getting my child that I carried in my stomach for 9 months, that I birthed. You are not going to do that. No, I am going to get my child. And the fact that I have 3 girls, it's scary. It's scary. You got human trafficking going on. You got little girls being snatched up and raped and murdered. And we live in a sick ass world, people. Wake up. You got to protect your daughters. You got to validate your daughters. You got to make them street smarts. You got to let them know of their whereabouts and their surroundings. You got to let them know that. And don't sit over here. I know you support your kids' dreams. Support them. I ain't got no problem with that. Your daughter want to be a singer, cool. She want to be an actress. She want to be a doctor, a fireman, a policeman. Support them. But please do not go straight to one source known as R. Kelly and think he gonna make your daughter famous. That's my other daughter. So, on that note, that's how I feel about the whole R. Kelly situation. I'm recording. That's how I feel about the whole R. Kelly situation. There. I got it out. I got it out. I said what I said. That's my opinion. That's how I feel. Y'all don't like it. Don't watch my video. That's all I got to say. Because I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not all for one trying to sit over here and put a black man down. That is not what this is about. What's wrong is wrong. You do wrong, you're going to get punished down the road. What's going to happen to him? I have no idea. Is he going to get in trouble? Who knows? Hell, Bill Cosby got in trouble. He locked up. Who's to say the same thing won't happen to R. Kelly? I don't know. All I'm saying is this. Protect your young ones. Do not introduce your daughters to this freakazoid here because it's not going to end well. You clearly see it's not ending well now. So, like I said, on that note, I'm done talking about it. That's all I'm going to say. Ain't going to be no second part video to this. So, to my royals, which is my men, royalettes, to my girls, I will see you guys next Sunday, new episode. And as always, stay safe. I love you guys. Blue Empress signing off. Good night.